I think. Good evening. Welcome to Around the 32. I'm your host, B.A., and I have with me Jay Weezy.
What up, though?
What's going on, Jay Weezy?
Not much, man. Thank you for having me on the podcast. It's my first time making a little cameo.
Yeah. Nate is in Detroit getting ready to go see the Giants game. So Detroit, the Lions and the Giants game, that is. One of the many games that we'll be talking about today for week 12. We're going to give you the injury report as best as we possibly can and make a guesstimation about that. Also, the ratings for total offense, scoring offense, total defense, and scoring defense for the teams, each individual team, and also the over-unders and spreads, and as well as any fantasy implications that are involved for either team. So let's get it started with tonight's game. The Buffalo Bills travel to visit the Texans. The Bills right now have wide receiver. These are guys that are out. This is an actual good report because the game's going to be starting in a few. The wide receiver Mecole Hardman is out. Tight end Dalton Kincaid is out. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel is out, and wide receiver Khalil Shakir is out. They got a lot of receivers out. That's not good. The Texans have Jamal Hill. He's out. Safety Jalen Petrie is out. And, of course, quarterback C.J. Stroud is out. He's got that ongoing concussion issue.
Still in concussion protocol.
Yeah, David Mills will be starting for the Texans tonight. The Bills are number 2 in total offense. Texans are 19th. Bills are 4th in scoring offense. The Texans are 21st. The Bills are 12th in total defense. The Texans are number 1. Bills are 14th in scoring defense, and the Texans are, again, number 1. What do we have as the over-under there, buddy?
Over-under is 43.5. I actually like that. If you're a betting man, I actually like that. Why? Because last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Bills put on a show. I mean, they were kind of going back and forth. It ended in the shootout. I think they can win games like that, especially if they're having a hard time stopping the run. That Bills offense is good. Even though they're kind of banged up right now with some of the injuries you explained, I like that. 43.5. I'm taking the over. I like it.
Okay. And they're, what are they, 5.5 point favorites too?
5.5 point favorites, yep, on the road, which is weird because we know the home team usually lays, 3.5? Kind of given, and they're a 5.5 point dog. So while I think that those injuries are going to come back and the chickens will come home to roost with those injuries, I am going to take Buffalo to cover. Why? Because C.J. Stroud is still missing. He's really the heart and soul of that offense. And we know that Davis Mills, he's kind of that stopgap guy until C.J. Stroud comes back. So I think this is really that week that their luck runs out because they're running up against a Super Bowl contender team that's kind of up and up. Take the Bills to cover that.
All right. What fantasy implications? What guy do you have for each side you think is gonna make an impact?
Well, a guy on the Houston Texans I want to first start with is receiver Nico Collins. I think Nico Collins, he and Davis Mills seem to have a little bit of chemistry. That's the guy that you want to go to, your number one guy. I think that's a guy you could probably take for at least 6 to 7 catches for over 100 yards and maybe a touchdown. So if you want someone you want to look at a in fantasy, Nico Collins would be your guy to start. For the Buffalo Bills, what about Keon Coleman? I mean, he's really been bad recently. He even got benched. So I think that he can come back, kind of redeem himself because he's not a bad player. He's really fast. He has good hands, great sight on the field. I think Keon Coleman's going to make a really big impact.
Yeah, he's going to probably have to because they got 3 of their receivers out. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's going to be on him. All right.
Yes, sir.
Next game that we're going to, the 1:00 games for Sunday. First one, we'll get it out the way. The Giants at the Lions. For the Giants, cornerback Paulson Debo is out. Well, he's on a DNP. Tight end Thomas Fadone II is on a DNP. Cornerback Cordell Flott is on a DNP. And linebacker Kayvon Thibodeau is also on a DNP. So might not likely be able to play. For the Lions, we have 2 same suspects as last week, basically. Safety Kirby Joseph and cornerback Terrion Arnold are DNP'd. Most likely probably won't play because usually when I see this on a Thursday, it's pretty much in a writing that they're not going to play. The Giants total offense, they're 15th. Lions are 5th. Giants scoring offense is 23rd. Lions are 4th. Giants total defense 29th. Lions 5th. That's great. I've never seen them that high before. The Giants scoring defense is 29th and the Lions is 10th. What do you the over under on there? Do you like the 49.5?
I right now see from BetMGM that they're 50 for over under. And I don't like that. Why? Because I think the Lions are going to go out there and absolutely bludgeon the Giants. But I don't think the Giants are going to even be able to score because outside of Isaiah Hodgins, who do they have? Is Jackson Dart really going to start after coming off of concussion protocol? I don't think
it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good that he will. Yeah, he practiced today too. That's 2 days of practice he's had.
Oh my God, that would
he said Friday. Friday they said that tomorrow will be the day that they find out whether he'll play in the game or not. If not, it'll be 30 for 30 passing. So
I see. So I don't really like the 50 points. I mean, I'm going to take the under because I think the Lions themselves could probably put up 40, 45 points against them. But then, the Giants may get 3, 6, maybe 2 field goals, because that team is absolutely garbage. So I'm taking the under, and the Lions are 10.5-point favorites at home after losing against the Eagles. When they come off of a loss, and especially they're playing a bad team like the Giants, I think they're really going to just go out there and mess them up. So I want to take the Lions to cover.
Okay.
I'm taking the Lions to cover.
And who you got for the fantasy players for both sides?
All right, so this is a cliche, but I'm going with St. Brown for the Detroit Lions. Why? Because there has been a little rumblings about Jared Goff and St. Brown being off, especially by local sports radio here in Detroit. So I think St. Brown is going to go off for at least 8-9 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I like that. For Jesus Christ, for the New York Giants, probably Brian Burns. Maybe Brian Burns if you want to start him because, he's playing like one of the best pass rushers in the game behind Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, obviously. So I'm going to take Brian Burns. I think he's going to wreak a little bit havoc. So,
he gets how many sacks he's got? Isn't he tied with Garrett or is Garrett just ahead of him now?
Hold, please. Let me give you actual facts. I don't want to give you any skewed stats. So Brian Burns, let me Google that really quick. I know he's up there because he's actually really good. Right now, he has.
Yeah, I thought they were tied last week.
Yeah, he got 13 sacks right now. Brian Burns.
Myles Garrett's got like 15.
And Myles Garrett would be. He has 15 sacks.
Yeah,
and that's real time
5 sack preventions. Yeah.
So yes, I think Brian Burns. He's going to cause a little bit of havoc, but it's going to be like a bee sting. It hurts, but no real damage.
Yeah. Okay. Next game, 1:00 game, is the Vikings at the Packers. Packers DNPs right now is defensive lineman Carl Brooks, cornerback Nate Hobbs. That guy ain't never going to get right. And a surprise on here, linebacker Quay Walker is on the DNP, and he may not play Sunday. The Vikings are 27th in total offense. The Packers are 12th. Vikings are 22nd in scoring offense. Packers are 13th. Vikings are 10th in total defense. Packers are 6th. And the Vikings are 16th in scoring defense. And the Packers are 7th. The line on that over under is 41.5, I think. Well, I'm looking at score. So if it's slightly over or under, just, that when I say whatever. But yeah, 41.5.
Yeah, 41 and a half. About the same, yeah.
You like that?
I do like that. And the reason being is because I think that the Minnesota Vikings, how bad their offense is, if they can just at least play clean football, you don't have J.J. McCarthy throwing it 50 times a game, I think that offense can still score. You still got Jalen Naylor, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Mason, and Aaron Jones. That is a competent offense. The quarterback just has to play well. I do think that the Green Bay Packers can score points as well. They just have to get used to not playing with Tucker Kraft for the rest of the year. But Josh Jacobs is still good. I mean, Romeo Doubs still good. So I do like that. I think each team can score
Josh
20.
Jacobs, that's right, too. I think Josh Jacobs isn't going to be playing either. I think he's going to be out.
Ooh. Now that changes the whole landscape.
Yeah.
If he is out, that is going to be very hard right there because he's like that next guy that they go to for, picking up chunk yards and being able to score.
Yeah.
Ooh, are you checking that now?
Yeah, I'm just checking it to make sure because I'm pretty sure I did see that was the thing that was going to view on. Josh Jacobs is questionable.
Ooh.
But the last time I heard, though, Josh Jacobs there's a lot of guys on here that are questionable. Wow.
So we're going with try hard.
Josh Jacobs is questionable on here. How come they don't give me the full? Kraft is out, obviously. Yeah, they got Bo Melton questionable, Zach Tom questionable, Bullard questionable, Nixon questionable, Cooper questionable, and Parsons is even questionable. But at this time of the year, you're going to find a whole bunch of these as questionable.
A lot of people are banged up,
injured, or banged up. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, but from per what I see on their website, the three that I mentioned before are going to be probably out. Okay. Josh Jacobs is probably going to be a game time decision. They said it says right here he's working his way in, but they don't know, he might not get in. He's a game time decision. Usually game time decisions is a 50-50 process sometimes because the running back says I can't play. I'm not running right on this foot. I don't know what what does he have anyway? He has a knee. Yeah, if he's not able to get out there and work that knee out, that might be an issue.
Big time issue.
All I gotta say is just look out for that. For Jacobs on when game time comes, they'll be sending you, if you have any of these sports apps on your phone, they'll probably give you a download on the games before who's inactive. So just keep an eye on Josh. That will change the game pretty much and how it's played. So, what do you have the game? I mean, I see that the game. So you like the 41.5, but do you like the 6 points by Green Bay?
I do not, because I think this is a trap game. I mean, 6.5 points is a lot of points to lay on the road in division. I think that's going to be a big factor. I think they're kind of telling people like, hey, bet on the Packers, but Minnesota can come up and be sneaky and actually win. If J.J. McCarthy just calm his ass down and actually just go out there and play his game of football, Minnesota could be dangerous. So I'm taking the Vikings in the points because I think they're going to win that game. I think that Green Bay Packer offense, especially with Jacobs being banged up, may struggle. That kind of just changed the whole trajectory of things. But I did just get a little bit of
playing very well anyway.
Right, exactly. I did get a little bit of breaking news. So Keon Coleman is a healthy scratch again. So that fantasy pick that I just had for Keon Coleman, I may have to backtrack that and probably go with someone like Cook, running back Cook. Mm-hmm. Maybe have to go out there and play Superman today. Just run the ball as much as he can and pick up good yards and put them in scoring position. So I have to change that.
Damn. That's not good for Buffalo. Buffalo just has no wide receivers.
Thin.
Jesus.
Thin.
Okay.
Paper thin.
All right. So the next game we have for 1 o'clock slate is the Colts at the Chiefs. No real bad injury reports here. I don't see anybody out or any DNPs, really. There's no, Buckner's still on IR for Indianapolis, but that really hasn't stopped them too much as far as their defense is concerned. Ward is still out. IR. Those are about the let's see, nothing here for the Chiefs. Yeah. It's a really light report besides everybody that's already been out. There's really limited playing in full potential. I didn't see any DNPs on there. So they should be fine coming into Sunday. The Colts are number 1 on total offense, and the Chiefs are 7th. Colts are number 1 in scoring offense, and the Chiefs are 9. The Colts are 19th in total defense, where the Chiefs are 7th, and the Colts are 9th for scoring defense, while the Chiefs are 4th. Surprising numbers for the Chiefs when they're 5-5, but and they're getting the we're getting 49.5.
I see 50.5 right now on BetMGM.
Okay.
Yep, 50.5. I don't like that because both defenses are really good. I don't think they're going to let each other have their way, with each other defenses. I think this is going to be a very tough physical game on defense. And I'm taking an under on that because that's a lot. And I see the Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. Now, the Chiefs just lost to the Denver Broncos. And, it was a tight game. They really battled back and forth. It was an indivisional game. A lot of people picked the Broncos to win the division. And while the Chiefs may seem like they're falling off and everybody wants to see the Chiefs lose, they're like Michael Myers. They keep coming back. I will never write the Chiefs off. I swear I would never write the Chiefs off until it's the end of the playoffs or, they just get eliminated from the playoffs altogether. So I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the 3.5 with the Chiefs.
Okay. Yeah, when I just did the pick'ems, I picked the Chiefs too. I just think the Chiefs at home are a whole different team than they are on the road. It's harder to play, especially against your division rivals. The Broncos they're not a joke in defense. They're actually better than the Chiefs in defense.
Yes, absolutely.
But I'm telling you, the Colts, their defenses are good. They're playing pretty well. But when I see 19 in total defense to Chiefs 7th in total defense, and I see what the Indianapolis record is compared to the Chiefs, kind of tells me that Indianapolis is kind of just flying by with their defense. So we'll see what happens here. The Chiefs got all their weapons. So that'll be something impressive. And without Charvarius Ward in that lineup, I know they got Sauce, but he can only cover one person at a time.
Absolutely. And Charvarius Ward is that other guy. He's that yin to his yang. So I totally get it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So I don't. Charvarius Ward's not playing, and you just got Sauce out there. And what's his name? What's the other guy's name? I forgot what his name is.
Are you talking about the guy who came from the Niners? That's
Ward. That was Ward. No, we're talking about Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore. That's what it was. Kellen Moore. Yeah, Kellen Moore. He's like the nickel corner, but he's pretty good. But you still got too many receivers out there that run pretty good, and I just can't see that happening.
You know, somebody who's been sneaky good, that actually I won't even say sneaky good, but been a really good addition was Kareem Hunt. I mean, catching out of the backfield, running out of the backfield. Not a load isn't on Isaiah Pacheco as much as it was last year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and with Pacheco out, Pacheco hasn't been the running back he had when he started playing for the Chiefs. So, and Kareem has been able to spell. You know, another guy that I don't want to admit that's been pretty good for the Chiefs too is Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
So who do you? Speaking of which, who do you got? First of all, who did you have for the Minnesota and the Green Bay Packers as far as fantasy?
Fantasy, I'm looking at for the Minnesota Vikings. You can never go wrong. This is like a sure pick right here with Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is, you know, guaranteed to go out there and give you yards. He's going to fight to the very end. So I'm taking Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. For the Green Bay Packers, this may sound crazy, but Romeo Doubs. He has to be that crutch Jordan Love has to lean on. I mean, Romeo Doubs has to be that guy. If that offense want to stay afloat, you get the ball to the people who can make plays. Romeo Doubs is one of them.
Yeah, stop dropping the ball, Romeo.
Yeah.
And between the Colts and the Chiefs, we got
Colts and the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. Colts are coming off of a bye week. They're favored at home. It's very hard, no matter what team you are, to go into Arrowhead and just beat the Chiefs. Chiefs, like I said, coming off of a loss against a divisional opponent. I think the Chiefs can get it done.
Who's your fantasy players for both of those teams?
Fantasy player, give me Travis Kelce for the Chiefs. And for the Colts, give me Jonathan Taylor, man. I mean, he has really surprised me. I knew he was good, but he's clearly the best running back in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's having like a Saquon Barkley 2024-25 type season. So give me Jonathan Taylor.
All right. Next, we have the Patriots versus the Bengals. Bengals got a crap load of injuries right now. Trey Hendrickson, DNP today. Our running back, Samaje Perine, is out. Defensive end, Cameron Sample is out. And cornerback, Cam Taylor-Britt, which is one of their better cornerbacks, he got DNP today too. So I'm not seeing any of those guys starting. The Patriots don't have anybody that's DNP the last couple of days. So they're riding pretty high. Patriots are 9th in total offense to the Bengals 23. 7th, the Patriots are in scoring offense. Bengals are 18th. Patriots are 8th in total defense. The Bengals are 32nd. They suck. Patriots are 5th in scoring defense. Bengals are 32nd. Bengals just bad defense all the way around. The 51.5. Wow. What do you think about that line?
I mean, I kind of look at it like similarly to the Giants and the Lions, because Cincinnati's horrible. No Jamar Chase. Your running backs are hurt. Everybody on that team is hurt. It's like you don't have anything. Who are you going to throw it to? T. Higgins? Is that going to be your only target?
Now there's two things that may happen. Burrow has a chance to play. They gave him a chance to play because he's been practicing for the last 2 days. I think they're going to see if he can go full tomorrow. He had limited practice the last 2 days. See if he can go full tomorrow, and then see what he can do Saturday. So he'll be a game time decision. But usually with game time decisions, they'll probably just sit him, just let Flacco come in there. But
they better.
They don't have Chase because Chase, he likes spitting on people. So
yeah, like, dude, what the hell are you doing? I don't like that at all. But I am taking the Patriots to cover the 8.5 point spread. I mean, the Bengals are really just dead. I mean, dude, and Vrabel, he's kind of similar to Dan Campbell. If he got a chance to punch up on an old senior citizen, he's going to do it. And Vrabel's going to bring that smash mouth football to you. So I like the Patriots at 8.5, man. Seriously. Give me the Patriots.
Okay. What do you got as far as the fantasy players for both sides?
T. Higgins on the Bengals. I think that's a given because that's really the only offensive player you can rely on. And for the Patriots, I want to say Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has been balling out, and he's been quiet over there. And I think that he can give you, maybe 5-6 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown, maybe even more. We'll see. But give me Stephon Diggs.
Touchdown for the new baby, huh?
Yep, exactly. Every new baby, he gets a touchdown. I mean, can you believe that, dude? This dude has like 15 kids.
Right.
Wow.
No, I don't think any woman more famous than Cardi B, though. Anyway.
Crazy, dude.
All right. So speaking of Cardi B, we have the Steelers. And they're playing the Bears.
Oh, shoot.
And the Bears, they may be without 3 linebackers and 3 pretty big name linebackers too. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Noah Sewell. All 3 of them are DNP'd for the second day in a row. Might be not likely that any of those 3 will play. Although they do say that Jalen Jennings or Johnson might be coming back. He might actually get in this game. And who's the other guy that they said that would come back? He's another secondary guy. Yes, Stevenson's having a see the Bears here. Where's he at? Gordon, Kyler Gordon. He just can't, they still got him on the IR on here, but they said he may come back. Well, he'll be coming back. But at least they will get JJ pretty soon too. Yeah. And Steelers, the only problem on Steelers is defensive tackle Cameron Haywood. He's been DNP twice already too, so he's probably not going to play.
So Aaron Rodgers is a full go.
Aaron Rodgers is. Let me see where he is here. They don't even have A-Rod on here. Let's see. Questionable. He's questionable, so he should play.
Okay.
He may play. If not, we got Rudolph the Red Note Mason. He'll start. MVP Mason, as Robbie likes to call him, one of our
I like followers. That. MVP Mason, I like that.
Now, the Steelers are 28th in total offense. The Bears are 4th. Ben Johnson's got that offense cranking over there. Steelers are 12th scoring offense. The Bears are 8th. Steelers are 28th in total defense. The Bears are 27th. Steelers are 16th in scoring defense, and the Bears are 26th. I don't care how you look at it. Bears got crappy defense right now. And I know they're missing some players, but dude, they just bad. You can't. They had. If it wasn't for the fact that the Bengals, the 2 of the games that they won, the Bengals couldn't tackle a tree at the end of that game, or they would have lost that game. The Giants, if Dart didn't go down with a concussion, they would have lost that game. They couldn't stop Dart. Dart was darting all over him. So
you're right.
I don't, as looking at it from a perspective as I don't believe in the Bears until they actually beat somebody that's a pretty good team. I mean, the Steelers are okay. They're what? They're the same record too, I believe, aren't they? 5.
I want to say they're 5.
Yeah, their record is 6-4. So they're 1 game behind the Bears. They have their moments when they play too. They're a Jekyll and Hyde team as well. So
absolutely.
But they're playing in Soldier Field. They are well, the over under is 45.5. You like that?
Yeah, I like that. I think that could happen. I think somebody who really jumped off the screen to me is Darnell Washington, that tight end. I mean, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. Did you see he got on a podcast with St. Brown? What's up, Liz? Did you see he got on the podcast with St. Brown and say he was 3'11" at least? Dude, that's like Penei Sewell. Like you said, Penei Sewell running around, dude. That's crazy. But I do like that. I think Pittsburgh can get it done. Aaron Rodgers, he's always seemed competitive against the Bears. Now, that's if he goes, which is we're kind of assuming that he does go. But I do like that 45.5. And the Bears are a 2.5-point favorite. Taking the Bears, I'm going to stay with my consistent pick with the pick'ems we did on our other show. So I'm going to take the Bears. I seen a stat that said the Steelers all time in Chicago are 1-12 since 1936.
That's a good stat.
And I don't think that's going to change. I think the only thing that's going to change is that loss column. They're going to be 1-13 on Sunday.
Well, if Aaron Rodgers is playing, you know whose daddy Chicago is, right? Aaron Rodgers.
You're right.
You know he's going to come in there with that mentality too. He's going to like, yeah, I own this team.
The Bears.
But if he plays, yeah, he'll come in with that mentality. So I mean,
it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice game.
It's going to be a nice game, and I hope Pittsburgh wins. But that's just because of the NFC North hate. But anyway,
absolutely.
In reality, I'm with you. I think Chicago will probably pull that one out.
Yeah.
Who's your two fantasy guys for one for each side?
Fantasy for the Bears. As much as this dude's like that fly that won't go away. Rome Odunze. He gave Michigan hell when they played him in the playoffs, a couple years ago. He's really coming to his own. He's really looking like a number one receiver, doing well. I think he's going to go off on Sunday. I'm taking Rome Odunze for what's that called? And for Chicago and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, how's Warren doing over there? He's healthy, right?
Jaylen Warren, yeah.
Yeah, he's Jaylen Warren, man. Like he about to have a nice game. You can run the ball up.
Chicago's not good against the run.
Yeah, you can run that ball up the middle.
You're picking a pretty good guy. And Duze is one of those kind of on the cliff guys because he started off his season on fire. That dude was on fire. I think JSN was the only one that was playing better than him. And then he hit a wall. He got injured and he just hit a wall. And he came back. He wasn't the same guy. And now you're going against Slay may play, but then you got Porter out there, and you have Jalen Ramsey, who likes to hit people, so and not get spit on in the process. But yeah, so that'll be an interesting game.
It will be
those perspectives.
It will be. Get your snowshoes ready. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah, Soldier Field. That wind's going to be coming through off of Lake Michigan. That's not going to be pleasant.
I've been there in the winter, and it is not fun. It is not fun.
Fortunately, Pittsburgh plays on the outdoors too, so they won't be too phased by it. They get cold weather as well because they're off a river as well. Next game we got is the New Jersey Jets at the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens. Here we go. For the Ravens, two guys that are probably not going to play as wide receiver Rashad Bateman and cornerback Kean Martin. Both of them DNP. And Rashad hasn't been right for a couple of weeks anyway, so he should be. He probably won't play. But everybody else is pretty much on the on now. Tyrod Taylor is going to be starting for the Jets. He benched Justin. So I guess what they got to look at everybody and see who's playing and stuff like that. So I understand what AG is trying to do. They know they ain't going to be going to no playoffs this year. So what's the point? They got all these number one picks coming in here. You might as well try to tank as much as you can by throwing in the worst of the few quarterbacks that you have. So go ahead and do it.
You just hate
yeah. You hate to see that for Justin Fields. Fields, man, he's just been put in this bad situations, man. He's got to be like the worst luck quarterback I've ever seen. And, I don't really go out for any Ohio State quarterbacks, but like Justin, he was one of the guys. I love CJ Stroud. He was great. The Ohio State quarterbacks, make a change in your life in the NFL because Ohio State quarterbacks never fare good in NFL. So
it It was really bad because one, I mean, Justin Fields needed work, and then he went to a team that's a quarterback graveyard in Chicago. They didn't give him the weapons to develop. They didn't give him time to develop, no line, no anything. And then they just wrote him off as soon as Caleb Williams became available. So then you go to the New York Jets.
Yeah, you go to Pittsburgh. You're doing pretty well in Pittsburgh. You're not being a superstar or anything out there. You're playing within the game. You're 4-2, and you get snatched. You get benched because Russell Wilson comes in there because Tomlin likes the veteran quarterback, I guess, and you just get screwed by that whole situation. Then you go to New York, and you're still not in a good situation because they fired their head coach. They got a new head coach, new everything. So it's all messed up.
It's like he never gets to play his game. I think with New York was really the only shot he had to play his type of game, but it was already too late at that time. I mean, really, let's just be honest. You play in New York. They don't have an offensive line. You don't have weapons like outside of Garrett. What do you have? I mean, he's just been put in bad situation after bad situation. And
speaking of that, Garrett Wilson is also out for the Jets. He's on IR, so he won't be playing for a while. Other than that, they don't have anybody else that's going to be that much of a. Oh yeah, so I mean, he has no weapons really right now that are pass catching weapons.
No, you're going to take over this because that is 44.5. I'm looking at it on BetMGM. It is 44.5 right now. I want to take the over. I think the Ravens are going to steamroll the Jets. The Jets, I feel like the Jets, the Giants, the Titans, and the Browns are all kind of competing for that number one spot. And I think the Jets are going to probably do a good job at doing it because they just had a fire sale a couple of weeks ago. No Quinnen Williams, no Sauce Gardner. They're missing a couple people on offense as well. I'm going to take the under. I just think Baltimore is going to go in there, business trip, get the job done, get out there healthy, and they're a 13.5-point favorite. They're going to cover that spread. They're covering that spread.
Well, the Jets are 29th in total offense. The Ravens are 21st. The Jets are 25th in scoring offense. The Ravens are 10th. Jets are 20th in total defense. Ravens are 26th, but they've been continuing to rise every week. The Jets are 27th in scoring defense, and the Ravens are 23rd. So when you start going up in scoring defense, that tells me your defense out there, making plays and getting the job done. So, I'd agree with you on that with the Ravens. They're on a mission right now. They're hoping Chicago beats Pittsburgh so they can take over first place. So
how crazy was that they were almost dead last and now they're competing for the divisional spot. Just to let you know, things can change at the snap of a finger. Don't give up just yet. But 13.5-point favorites, I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
And to give the Jets some props, they did. I mean, I know they're starting Tyrod Taylor today or on Sunday, but they are 1-1 since they made those trades. Just think about that. So they've actually won a game. So it's not like they can't win without the two people they gave out. So, all right. So another 1:00 game.
The fantasy.
The fantasy players. Yeah. Which
okay, for the Jets, let's start with the Jets. I think what's their running back name over there? Numbnuts, the one that thought he was getting traded. Yeah, Breece Hall, who thought he was getting traded, but Aaron Glenn said you thought. But Breece Hall, I think he's going to have a good. I think he can have a good game.
Maybe he was hoping he was getting traded. I don't know.
Aaron Glenn said, "Not so fast, there, buddy." But for the Ravens, somebody I'm looking at, Derrick Henry. No Quinnen Williams over there. That defense is kind of gutted right now. I think Derrick Henry is going to have a monster game. Look out for that. Picking a lot of running.
They don't have Sauce. They don't have. Quinnen Williams is a big run stopper. He's the best run stopper in the league.
Absolutely.
PFF standards. So without that, you would have to expose that. And Henry's a freaking locomotive anyway. He's just going to run through people. So I would definitely agree with that. All right. Next 1:00 game is the Seahawks going against the Titans.
Ooh.
Seahawks are number 6 in total offense. The Titans are to offensive play calling as Cincinnati is to defensive play calling. They suck. So Seahawks are 6th total defense, total offense. Titans are 32nd total offense.
Oh my God.
Seahawks are 3rd in scoring offense. Titans are 32nd.
Oh my God, dude.
It doesn't get better. It doesn't get much better than that after that either. Seahawks are 9th in total defense. Titans are 24th. Seahawks are 6th in scoring defense. Titans are 29th.
Oh my God.
It's bad. The Titans wide receiver Alec Ayomanor. Yeah, Ayomanor. He's a DNP. Defensive back Kendall Brooks. He's in concussion protocol right now, so he's kind of a DNP until they can clear him. Okay. And of course, safety Xavier Woods, as he always is a DNP too.
Of course.
Seahawks side, linebacker Trice Knight. He's in concussion protocol, so he's got a DNP on there for right now. And that's about it for the Seahawks. I didn't see too many other injuries. I'm looking just to make sure we got everybody here. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody that's nobody on the Seahawks based on, Julian Love will be coming back pretty soon. He was on IR, so his window is going to be opening pretty soon.
Okay.
On the Texans, there's nobody really. Calvin Ridley went out with that lower leg injury. He's on IR, so that's another weapon that the Titans don't have on number 32nd, offense.
My God.
So it's not looking good. And cornerback Ladarius Sneed is on IR too, so that's not helping him out. What do you like? I mean, let me see what they got here. They got a 40.5. What do you got on your side?
Yep, I got 40.5.
Okay.
Yep.
You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Damn.
Dang. Okay, Liz.
Well, that's the AFC South hate,
Yeah, she feels. I get it. I feel the same way about our teams, but I like it. I think Mike McDonald, he needs to have that team bounce back after letting that loss against the Rams slip away. So I think he's going to have them prepared. I think that their offense is going to be humming because Sam Darnold threw 3 interceptions? Was it 3 or 4 interceptions?
4
interceptions in that game, and that was like vintage Sam Darnold right there where he sees ghosts. But I don't see anybody on the Tennessee Titans defense like going to be doing anything to him, pressuring him in any kind of way. So,
I mean, Justin Simmons can probably put some pressure on him, but I mean, you got one guy. The Rams had a team effort in the defense. Yeah, they had a team effort in stopping him. So they punished him up the middle. They took advantage of the fact that Seattle's offensive line in the middle is kind of like our offensive line in the middle, and they just came up the middle and gave him all kinds of fits. So that's the reason why he threw 4 interceptions. But Rams got good defense. The Titans do not.
Yes, exactly. So I think they're going to go in there and just stump a mud hole in Tennessee's behind. So 13.5 point favorites on the road too. I'm taking that. I'm taking every bit of that. So I'm taking it over.
Okay. Who's your fantasy guys for each side?
Fantasy, give me Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward needs to still, be on the up and up, make progressions. You're the number 1 pick for a reason. Remember that. Don't forget it. And on the Tennessee Titans, for the Seattle Seahawks, Kenneth Walker. I mean, Kenneth Walker is a beast. I think he needs to have a big game this game. Run the football.
Yeah.
Show him who you are.
Yeah, he does.
Why you're there. Give me Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, their run offense hasn't been very good. Even with Chardonnay in there and him, it's not been very good.
It hasn't been good at all.
They need one of those get right games.
Exactly. And I was going to say, I think I'm not going to say the cat's out of the bag, but I'm going to say they know he wants to get the ball to JSN. I mean, come on, that's no secret. He's like one of the best receivers in the league right now. So they're going to do everything they can to take that away. And who better to let fill in that role than your running backs? So I'm going to say Kenneth.
And then remember, they got Rashid Shaheed that they got from the Saints. So
right.
A lot of offense coming there. That's the reason why they got such high offense.
You're right. I forgot about that trade. Ooh, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't see what Tennessee does to stop anybody, really, dude. I'm still going.
And it's not a division opponent like they had last week. So, Seahawks aren't gonna. I don't think Seahawks are gonna show
on the road too. Just look at what they did to the Commanders. So
they got to keep winning so they can try to keep pace with the Rams until that time comes. They can, maybe the Rams will slip up or something like that. All right, so we have the Jaguars taking on the Cardinals in the first 4:00 game. Jacksonville is maybe without Trayvon Walker. And linebacker Yasser Abdullah. And the Cardinals side, they got a lot of injuries. Offensive lineman Kelvin Beachum is a DNP. That's not good because they need offensive linemen.
Sure
linebacker Baron Browning, running back, they got like barely any running backs. Bam is the only one they got really that's healthy. Amari DeMarcado. He was the one that was backing up Bam. Now he's hurt.
Yes.
Safety Dadrian Taylor Demerson, he's out. And offensive lineman Jonah Williams, another starting offensive lineman that's DNP.
Goodness gracious, man. Goodness gracious.
and the Jaguars are 20th in total offense. The Cardinals are 14th. The Jaguars are 13th in scoring offense. The Cardinals are 19th. Jaguars are 14th, surprisingly, in total defense to the Cardinals 21st. Jaguars are 12th in scoring defense to the Cardinals 25th. They are 47. You got 47.5?
I got 45.5 here on BetMGM. Okay. But, 45. If you want to go with the 47.5, no. I'm not taking that at all. This is going to be like 2022 Iowa versus Northwestern or something like that. This is going to be
an ugly game.
Very boring game right here. This is going to be horrible. So no, I'm not doing that. And I see the Titans I'm sorry, not the Titans, but Jacksonville is favored by what? Damn it, I just had it.
You'll go.
Hold please. I just had it up here and it went away.
You'll go. That's what I got here.
You'll go. You got 3.5.
Yeah, I got 3. I just got straight up 3. But if you got 3.5, that's the same thing basically.
Yeah, give me the Jaguars. Arizona is terrible. That might be a very bad team who could be picking in the top 5 too. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking the Jaguars and fantasy. Budda Baker for the Cardinals. Budda Baker, he's always a safe pick. He's always in on the play. He can pick the ball off at any time, really fast, all over the field. And for the Jaguars, Josh Allen. Linebacker. I think he really good. He can get you some sacks. Right now, he has 3 sacks.
It's Josh Allen Hines now. Remember, he hyphenated his name and put Hines. Yeah, because he didn't want to be the Josh Allen that kept getting referred to. No, that's not me. I'm the defensive Josh Allen.
I'm defensive Josh Allen. Say my name right, damn it.
Right.
But I'm going to say Josh Allen Hines, and reason being is because he's kind of had a quiet year, and I think Josh Allen Hines is a really good linebacker / edge. I think you can really have him coming off the edge on that Cardinals. Who's stopping him? Backups.
Obviously, you're really going with the defense in this game because you picked
the offense is just terrible. The offenses are just terrible, man. So those are the 2 I'm going with.
If you wanted to go, just say you want to go offense, maybe your league is not drawn out with the defense. What 2 offensive players would you go with for Jacksonville and the Cardinals?
Jesus Christ. ETN. Oh,
I mean,
this
they
is
got
horrible.
decent. They got decent offense. I mean, they still got Brian Thomas. They still got Jacoby Myers. Remember, they got Jacoby Myers from the Raiders.
Oh no, man! Do you think Jacoby Myers want to be there?
No, well, I think he does want to be there. He didn't want to be in the Raiders. That's for sure. That he has to get away from them. So I don't know.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. You just talked me into it. Let's go, Jacoby Myers. New team. I know this is second game with the team, right? Second, third game with the team.
Third team, yeah.
Let's go out here. Let's get some catches. Let's go and take advantage of a bad defense, a bad team in general. Give me Jacoby Myers for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, just remember your boy plays in that bad defense.
I know, and it just kind of sucks that he's out there. And he's made a couple good plays, but
he's been a pretty good corner.
Everywhere. He ain't gonna be
Will
everywhere.
Johnson. We're talking about Will Johnson from the University of Michigan.
There you go, University of Michigan. Yeah, he can't be everywhere though. But I'm still going with Budda Baker for the defense on Arizona. That's like my favorite player. He's like a top 10 favorite player of mine.
All righty. So now, I was talking about worst games. The Browns. They're going to the aforesaid Raiders going to Las Vegas there. The only really significant injury, a lot of the later games, you're not going to get good reports because they're later games. But of course, quarterback Dylan Gabriel still dealing with a concussion. He is out. Shedeur Sanders is starting for the Browns. So that's going to be interesting in itself. Let's see here. They have any other further ones that are anything? The JUCO's questionable, but man, that's just bumps and bruises. Yeah, there's nobody else out there that's gonna be. Yeah, I think the big loss for the Raiders right now is offensive lineman Powers Johnson. They lost him last week, and he's on an IR. That's not good because he's their best offensive lineman of the offensive linemen that they had there at the time that aren't hurt. So that's going to be bad for the Raiders. The Browns are 31st in total offense. The Raiders are 30th. That's a snooze fest. Browns 29th in scoring offense. Raiders 30th.
Oh my gosh.
The Browns. However, the Browns right the ship a little bit because they're number 2 in total defense in the NFL. Raiders are 17th. Browns are 18th in scoring defense, and the Raiders are 24th. I'm telling you, as long as you got Myles Garrett on your team, you have some sort of chance.
You do.
Some sort of chance.
You know,
and this is a low one too. I mean, what is it? 36 and a half. You got 36 and a half. That's low.
That is low. They're saying they may not even get 2 touchdowns a piece.
Right.
A piece. That's crazy.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to take the over. It got to be something, right? Come on, it has to be something, right? Maybe somebody can sneak 2-3 touchdowns in. I don't know. Who knows? And the Raiders are a 4.5 point favorite.
Yeah,
and that's
surprising.
That's very surprising right there, considering some of the injuries they have and Myles Garrett being on the other side while your offensive line is banged up. Not a good sign. So, like I said, I'm going to stay consistent with my picks and what I did on the Pick'em segment a couple of days ago. I'm still going with the Raiders. I don't think they cover, but I think the Raiders do win that game. Yeah, maybe. Liz, if you're still watching,
I think well, on the Pick'ems I picked Cleveland because I don't have no faith in the Raiders, and I don't really have much faith in Cleveland either. Shedeur might put some kind of spark into him. I don't know. He's played with the first team offense this whole week, so I mean maybe that's what he needs. And Myles Garrett, the dude's a beast. He's unstoppable for us right now. 15 sacks.
Beast.
That dude, yeah, he can change the game in like 3 plays. You remember Aaron Donald used to do that? Aaron Donald,
Yes.
you wouldn't really hear from him like most of the game. He'd have maybe a couple of sacks, and then all of a sudden he'd just take over the whole,
The whole
like
game.
3 plays of the
Taking them out of
game.
the
No,
pocket,
the
pressuring,
three,
getting tackles
not
in
even
the
a whole game, like 3 plays
yes.
in the game, and it'd be over. You
He
would
changed the
totally
whole
shut down that
trajectory.
offense, and it would
That
be
is a
over
game
with. That's
record right there,
that's
Myles
Miles Garrett right
Yes,
there.
that
Yeah.
is Myles Garrett. And I wanted to actually switch my picks and say that Cleveland is going to win that game, but I have to stay consistent. So I'm still picking the Raiders, but I don't think they'll cover that 4.5 spread. And fantasy for these two teams on Cleveland, I'm going to shock everybody. I want to say Shedeur Sanders. I don't want to write Shedeur Sanders off because he went up against a good Ravens defense. I mean, that's still the Ravens over there, divisional opponent as well. So I'm going to say Shedeur Sanders for the Browns and for the Las Vegas Raiders. I want to say Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers.
Well, that's always a safe bet.
Yeah,
Brock
that's
Bowers,
a safe bet right there. You got to go Brock Bowers, man.
Yeah, and Shedeur has a plethora of weapons he can. And you remember Judkins is still the running back there, the Ohio State product, that rookie. He's doing really good. And then you got actually, to me, he's the most underrated rookie running back that's out there because he's playing really consistently. Then you got Judy. Judy's a receiver. He's got Fanning, the tight end. He's got Njoku, the tight end. He's got weapons he can throw to and give. So he's got a little bit of weaponry going on there. So yeah, that's why that's the other reason why it doesn't make a difference if Gabriel Dillon or Shedeur was going to start. I just think they have more weapons than the Raiders do right now. That's the only reason why I picked them.
I think the only thing the Raiders have over them is a little bit of experience. I mean, your quarterback in Geno Smith is more experienced than Shedeur, and he has experience with the head coach and Pete Carroll. That's something that's going to play a factor, I think, as well. That's what really the reason why I picked the Raiders to win that game, end up being home. So, but yeah, we'll see. That's going to be a good game. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be snooze, but you're going to see some plays that may give you the oohs and ahs.
We hope. Well, we'll see what Shedeur can do in a full game with the starters that he's already been playing with. So that'll be good for him. I'm really kind of interested in that aspect of the game. I'm not really I could care less about the Raiders right now. I mean, I really could care less about the Browns too, but I want to see Shedeur kind of succeed so he can shut people up a little bit.
It's two players I want to see over there succeed. Shedeur Sanders, Mason Graham. I like Myles Garrett, but I'm literally jealous of Myles Garrett. Like, I'm just jealous. You know what I'm saying? So I can't root for that guy.
All right. So we have the 4:00 game. What is this here? Yep. The Eagles at the Cowboys. Ooh. This is an interesting game. No real injury reports yet. Although, let me see if I can pull up anything off of here, because usually the score is pretty good about that. And shout out to the score, by the way. When I usually pull off, let's see. Ojulari, Miles. These are people that have been off their rosters for a while. Juergens for Cam Juergens for Eagles. He's been on a questionable report for the last 2 games. So, Lane Johnson. Doubtful. He's going to play. Yeah, doubtful is out to me.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah. I thought they ruled him out for a while.
Yeah, I think. Well, they got him as doubtful in here, but that basically means that he's out.
Yeah, he's going to be out. Yeah.
On the Dallas side, really nobody different either. People that have been on IR are still on IR. They really don't have a bad injury report at all. Everybody's pretty much good. The Eagles are 25th in total offense to the Cowboys 3rd. The Cowboys been putting up some pretty big numbers. Dak is playing really well this year. And when you got CD and Pickens in your lineup, plus Ferguson, oh, dude. And Javonte Williams is not no joke either.
He ain't no slouch either. Javonte Williams ain't no slouch either. Yeah. I was waiting for that name to come up.
Yep. The Eagles, they're 16th they're 16th in scoring offense, where the Cowboys are 2nd. Eagles in defense, 17th in total defense. Cowboys are 30th. They still got to climb out of that hole, but they did look better last week against the Vegas, and they did exactly what Jerry Jones wanted them to do. They brought in run stoppers. Quinnen Williams is the best run stopping defensive lineman in the league. And what did what's his face do? Gentry do 7 carries for 9 yards. Bam! I called that. Let's see. The Eagles are 8th in scoring defense, and the Cowboys are 31st. Like I said, they're another team now that the defense is kind of stabilized, being stable. They're going to start going up in the rankings. So they are at this moment 47.5. You got 47.5?
I got 47.5. Yes.
How you like them odds?
I like it. Remember last game? Ooh, actually, hold on. I don't like it because remember last game it was what 2024. I want to say. Let me see.
Yeah, like 27-24. It was in the 20s, some kind of.
Yeah, it was 24-20 exactly. It was right here.
20. Okay.
And the Eagles, while they look good first game of the year, they kind of sputtering. Their offense don't seem to really be clicking it like they used to. Now you're going up against an actual good defense with some run stoppers.
They can stop the run, yeah.
Saquon Barkley ain't going to be able to run left or right or up the middle. That off defensive line is going to be on his ass. So I'm probably going to take the under. And like I said, man, I might have to pick Dallas to win that game. It's in Dallas too.
Yeah. And Philadelphia is favored by 3.5, which is
I might have to pick Dallas to win that game. The Eagles are riding hot right now. While that's a good team, still a Super Bowl contender, the Super Bowl runs through there. Let's be honest. Dallas is going there to win. This is their time to really win. They really want to punch them in the mouth, especially since Jalen Carter was out there spitting on people as well at the beginning of the season. So, I'm taking Dallas, man.
Yeah. I think I picked them as well. Because the Eagles are just not. Yeah, it's not. They're Super Bowl champions. That's the most respect that I'm going to give them. Mm-hmm. What I saw against the Lions, I think mostly the Lions shot themselves in the foot that whole game with the offensive play calling, but their defense was just killing their offense. And I've never seen a team stop the tush push as many times as I saw the Lions stop the tush push. And maybe what will happen is from this point on, people will start looking at the Lions. What did you do to stop this tush push? And they'll start looking at tape, and they're going to start copying what the Lions do and start stopping that tush push.
You want to know what they did?
The key is always alert the refs.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they're not going off sides on these tush push Philadelphia, because Philadelphia's fans on there were talking about, he hit his hand in there and they should have called that. I said, well, as many times as your team has false started on a tush push and not get called, I don't care about that.
And it's only a neutral zone infraction if they hike the ball. They didn't hike the ball. You have to hike the ball, otherwise the defensive player can move back. That's
which was funny because the official, the head referee that they have on there is like, that should have been a penalty, dude. You don't even know your own rules. Right. What the hell?
And B, you're a football player just like I was. I know you even coached as well. When the offensive line is set, no matter where the defensive player is lined up, you cannot move. You can't so much as even rip out a fart. You can't do it. You have to sit still. Once that ball is set and the quarterback says set, you have to stay still. So you tap in that other guy's hand. Yeah, that's a false start.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're touching the guy.
And you're touching him.
How blatant can you be?
You're touching him. Come on. Let's be honest.
You're supposed to be touching him. He's
outside. Really quick, the Lions did a great job stopping that tush push. Why? Because they sent in a linebacker off the edge to keep Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts is delayed, maybe about 2 seconds he's delayed, which gives the linebacker enough time to sit and hold him in the backfield so he's not able to push forward with everybody else. I've seen Anzalone do that. I've seen Campbell do that as well.
Yeah, Campbell did that. Yeah, I think I noticed it more in Campbell than in Anzalone, but it still was effective stop. They effectively stopped the tush push. Like Dan Campbell said, I don't care. You can have a tush push. You just got to learn how to stop it. And it looks like that was something that Shepard did. You know, he was really focused in on doing that. He said, okay, if they get these 3rd and 1s, we're going to stop them. And if they do it again, we're going to stop them again. And that's exactly what they did.
And that's exactly what they did.
And I'm going to tell you, that's going to be a blueprint for how to stop the tush push from now on. Mm-hmm. As many times as they stopped it, they didn't stop it in the goal, almost stopped it in the goal line, but that was the only time that they got the tush push in. But yeah,
and you want to know something really
pretty
quick?
Much.
And you want to know something really quick? Everybody was like, "Oh, the Packers." I mean, even myself, I was scared of the Packers defense. I'm not going to lie. I can't hold you. But the Lions did the best job against that Eagles defense more really than anybody. I mean, they really stopped a broken play. The tush push was broken. Nobody could stop it. The Lions did that like 3 or 4 times, man. Blueprint.
That's because Green Bay don't know how to stop it. That's why.
Right, exactly.
Cry about stuff. Crybaby. Anyway. So who you got as fantasy players for both these teams?
I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb. I think he's going to have a monster game. Him and Dak Prescott been hot. They've been red hot recently. I'm taking CeeDee Lamb. And for the Eagles, maybe Dallas Goedert. I think that's going to be a guy that Jalen Hurts is going to have to lean on because A.J. Brown, for some odd reason, he just not seemed right in the head. Saquon Barkley, I think he's going to get held to a career low rushing yards, man, because that Dallas defense is stifling. So I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. I think that's a safe bet right there.
Oh, yeah. All right. So the next last 4:00 game that we have is the Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons are going to be without quarterback Michael Penix. So Cousins will be coming in there, and cornerback D. Alford is in concussion status for the Falcons. Other than that, there's really no injuries on either side that aren't already on IR. And let's see, just to make sure. Oh yeah, London is not going to play either. That's a big loss for the Falcons.
That's big.
For anybody, whoever's quarterbacking, because you need that guy to help you out. Other than that, that doesn't look like anybody see. Yeah, everybody's playing. Fuaga is going to be playing because he was out last week, but he's coming back to tackle for the Saints. So that's good news for the Saints. Falcons are 16th in total offense to the Saints 26th. Falcons are 27th in scoring offense to the Saints 30. Falcons are 16th in total defense to the Saints 10th. And the Falcons are 19th in scoring defense to the Saints 21. And just remember, Shook has been playing a lot better too. That's another thing. He's been playing better than Rattler. The over under. What's the over? What do you got? The over under over there?
39.5.
39.5. Yep, that's what I got.
You
like that?
I like it. I like that. NFC South opponents. I know I'm kind of doing the same thing, but I like it. One person I think that's going to be the saving grace and somebody that's going to really kind of solidify themselves as the top 5 running back, Bijan Robinson. That's going to be that's going to be my pick for the fantasy guy as well. But I kind of like that, and I see that the Falcons are a 1.5 point favorite against the Saints. And man, essentially, I think that the Falcons, it may be close all game, and the Falcons may just kick a field goal to win a game. That may have to be their saving grace
if it works, because their field goal kickers are like,
yeah, I know, right?
They're always shifting through another field goal kicker after a couple of games because they miss and stuff. They should have just kept Young Ho. That's what they should have just done.
Yeah.
They should have just kept the Young Ho.
Why? He only missed a couple of field goals and they just let him go.
Yeah, and he's been doing pretty good for the Giants, who got him, snatched him up. So it was just a bad
know, right? Man. This is another rat game right here.
But what do you got for the Saints? Who's your player for the Saints?
Chris Olave. I'm gonna go Chris Olave.
Chris Olave. Oh yeah, Chris Olave.
I gotta go Chris Olave. I think he's really.
What's up, Dennis? Philadelphia
What's up,
fan, right there. Speaking of
Thank
which,
you for watching. I'm gonna go Chris.
Yeah, Chris Olave would be good. Yep. No, that's a good pick. I like Chris Olave. I feel that if Atlanta loses this game, Raheem Morris is losing his job.
Right I think so too. I think so too. I mean, can you think of another team with the like weapons that Atlanta has that's underachieved so much?
Nope. They would be it.
Seriously, I mean, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Kirk Cousins, and Michael Penix. Dude, what is going on?
Decent offensive line. And you got defense that has like 2 or 3 number 1 picks on it. 2 bookends that are rookies. I mean, I don't understand what's going on. And the defense is something Raheem Morris is supposed to be good for. And the defense they started off good at the beginning of the season, but they've slowly just fallen down. And it's bad. You get beat. You get beat as bad by Carolina, and you got beat by Carolina twice, by the way. It's the first time in a long time that they've gotten swept by Carolina.
I mean, they kicked your ass the first game, and then the second game, they literally just out-muscled you. It's like, what are we doing?
Because they had Atlanta had a 14-point lead, and they just came back on them. So
yeah, that's exactly true. I have a question. How pissed off do you think the owner and the fans are that they invested all of that into the defense, and you drafted Michael Penix when you just signed Kirk Cousins to a big contract, and it hasn't worked out? In fact, it was counterproductive for the franchise because it was a lot of, I'm not going to say turmoil, but it was talks. Let's just say it was talks about Kirk Cousins feeling a little bit salty that they drafted him and then benched him after he had that injury. Mm-hmm. You know, how pissed off do you think the fans and the owner are?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why Raheem's on very thin ice right now. If he loses this game, he's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if ownership came down there and said, you can't even go back. You can't even go back to Atlanta. You're not coming with us.
Take that headset off. Take that headset off.
Take a plan. I don't care. You ain't coming back with us, bro. You and a GM actually.
No, seriously, man.
Yeah, just both of y'all.
I feel bad, man, because I had high expectations for that team. Seriously, I had high expectations. I thought they could win the NFC South, at least battle with Tampa Bay, but they have been horrible. I mean, just nothing short of just a bust. They have just failed, man. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, horrible. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Falcons. I had them second, at least in second place, challenging Tampa Bay for the number 1 spot in that division. Yes. And they are just failing beyond failing. They're like 2-8 now. Oh God, they suck. They're bad.
Horrible, man. They might have to tell Raheem Morris, hey, take off all that Atlanta gear, take off your headset, and ride back home. You're not riding with us. No, you're not with us anymore.
No. Bye-bye.
Listen, yeah, man.
All right, so who did you say? Oh, yeah, you told me who you got in the fantasy.
Bijan and Olave.
Okay. All right. So on Sunday Night Football, which will be a better game than most of the games that are on the regular day, the Buccaneers going up against the Rams.
Ooh.
The only thing about the Rams right now, we got wide receiver Xavier Smith in a concussion protocol, so he's going to be probably a game time decision if he plays. He's Xavier Smith, who nobody knows who he is. He's a wide receiver for the Rams. That's all you know. Other than that, he don't really get on the field too much. So if he's on a concussion protocol, his ass probably going to sit out. So whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Other than that, yeah, there's no bad injuries here for either side. I do think that Irving may play for. He's questionable. He hasn't been. Bucky Irvin. Hassan Reddick is also going to be playing. Jamal Dean's also going to be playing. The only thing I don't see Goodwin on here. Let me see if they got him in here. I don't see Goodwin out here, but Igbuka is playing as usual. So they'll have him. If I'm telling you right now, if Bucky Irvin is able to play this game, it'll be a whole lot better for Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. Because he needs that help. He needs that help.
Absolutely. Rachaad White is like trying his best to carry that running game. It's hard. They need Bucky back for sure. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's like one of your top offensive players right there. I mean, really, if you think about it, he's kind of carrying that. Yep. And I see the Rams are 6.5 point favorite. Over under is 49.5. I like that. These are two offenses that can get right after it. Their defenses are good as well, but their offense, I believe both offenses are kind of better out dueling their defense, their counterparts. Now, what's going to play a big factor is how well will Bucky Irvin be if he does play? How effective will he be? You know, because he's been having a nagging injury that's kind of keeping him sidelined for the last couple of weeks. And if he isn't 100%, I wonder how will that affect his running ability to be able to cut, to be able to make those quick cuts and jukes. Going to be a big factor. I do like the 49.5, though. I love that. I'm going to take the over. As far as the Rams being a 6.5 point favorite, this is in Tampa Bay, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
No, it's at LA.
It's LA in there laying 6.5 at home. Ooh.
Well, let me put this in some perspective. The Buccaneers are 17th in total offense to the Rams, 8th. They're also 10th in scoring offense to the Rams, 6th. Buccaneers are 22nd in total defense. The Rams are 13th. Buccaneers are 21st in scoring defense, and the Rams are 2nd. So Rams are pretty much top 10 in every category except for total defense, but their defense has been getting after it. Something I would think that they would be cautious in putting Bucky Irvin in this game because that defense will get after it, and they will try to kill that guy. So, I mean, first game back, you got to play the Rams. That's going to be messed up.
And the Buccaneers, they're a 500 team against the spread over the course of the season. They're a 500 team. They're going on a roll, and they're a 6.5 point dog. God dang it, man. I think this is going to be a game that Tampa Bay actually upsets the Rams. The Rams been riding high, and they kind of been up and down as well. Matthew Stafford's playing at an MVP level, but one game that I just can't get over is watching San Francisco walking into SoFi Stadium, taking it over and beating the Rams when they were clearly the better team at that time. Taking the Buccaneers. I'm going to stay consistent with the picks.
That was earlier in the season, though. It's kind of like the same thing Seattle did to the Rams, too. And the Rams just took that back, just like the Rams took that back from San Francisco again, too. I just don't – Matthew Stafford is starting to play like, dude, if you don't put me in the Hall of Fame after this season, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Vintage Matthew
so I like the Rams. I picked the Rams. But I'm like Tampa Bay's. They're no scrubs, and Baker Mayfield can play at that MVP level too if he needs to.
Yeah.
Like I said, it'll be a whole lot better with Bucky Irvin in there. I don't know how effective he'll be. If he's effective, then that's trouble for the Rams.
If I'm not mistaken, this is his first game back in LA since 22. Ooh, I think that was
23, wasn't it?
It was 22, 23.
You talking about Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
He came in there? Yeah, I think it was 23.
Yeah, that was the year. Was it? Yeah. Okay, because that was the year the Lions was like 9-7 or something like that. It was when they were 14-3. Okay.
That's when Stafford went down. I think it was like the last couple of games of the season, and he went down. So they brought in Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield tore it up. But this would be his first.
Pissed. I was pissed, man. I was sitting there heated, bro, fumes coming out of my ears. So that's gonna be a good game, man. I think Baker will stick it to them, man. Seriously, I gotta stay with the Bucs, man. I'm excited about that game. That might actually be the best game.
That'd probably be the best game out there.
Yeah, for sure, right there.
I would say that. I don't really see too many other games that are going to be on that level. I think the Colts and KC will probably be a good game as well. maybe Monday night's game will be a good game between the Panthers and the 49ers. Again, no injury report because it's on Monday.
Yeah.
But you can guarantee that this is like the third time I think that CMC has played the Panthers since he left there, and he's torn the Panthers up both the times he's played them. Mm-hmm. So I don't see anything changing from that point of view. The Brock Purdy starting, and also I want to say Purcell will be on the field as well as Kittle.
Kittle, okay. I was just going to say, is Kittle playing?
Yeah, Kittle's going to be playing. Let's see anybody else on here. It's going to be Ayuk is still on a PUP. Linebacker Bethane is going to be out. Other than that, everybody else should be playing well. Pinheiro is questionable. They did sign Gay, Matt Gay, to the squad just in case Pinheiro can't play. And so he could be the guy that's the kicker instead of Pinheiro. Other than that, that's about the limitations of people hurt. Not too many people. A lot of injuries that are on IR for San Francisco, obviously. Carolina is not so much. They really don't have anybody of note that, their rookie running back of last year, Brooks, he's on a PUP. I don't know what's going on with that guy. I don't think he's ever going to become anything if he doesn't get himself on the field.
What a letdown, man. Seriously.
Yeah. But, hey, I think Carolina did a very good job of picking up the two running backs that they have, Chuba Hubbard and Ricky Dowdle. And those two are just fabulous right now. They're kind of on the bottom, going into a slope of going downhill, because I think a lot of teams are just saying, you know what? Let Bryce beat us.
Yeah.
Which probably was not the right idea that Atlanta had, because they pretty much did well with the stopping of the running, but Bryce was killing them in the air. So, but this is not Atlanta. This is the 49ers. And they always have sound defense with Salah leading that unit. The Packers. God. The Panthers are 22nd. Against our 22nd with the total offense. 49ers are 10th. Panthers are 28th in scoring offense. The 49ers are 15th. Panthers are 15th in total defense. The 49ers are 25th. And the Panthers are 12th in scoring defense. The 49ers are 14th. So it's kind of a balance you got going on right here.
And I got a question for you. Isn't it crazy that Fred Warner's been out and Nick Bosa's been out, a couple of their defensive players, and they're still winning games? Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy, man? Like, I think that is damn impressive right there.
Yeah, they're not winning at the clips that they are. They're playing better competition. They're playing better competition now. But, yeah, they've been escaping some of that. I didn't like the fact that they lost to Jacksonville. Didn't like that, because you shouldn't have lost to Jacksonville. Whatever. That tells me a lot about San Francisco right there. They're another team that you want to believe in because they're San Francisco, but then you kind of like, they're not even they're the third best team in that, and I thought they would probably be like third or last in that division. But I didn't think Seattle was going to be as good as they were, and they're in second.
Yeah,
I knew the Rams were going to be
one thing that I do respect about them is Kyle Shanahan really is like what Kevin O'Connell wants to be, the quarterback whisperer, because no matter who he got over there, whether it's Garoppolo, whether it be Purdy, whether it be Mac Jones, he can really win with any quarterback at any level. And I respect the hell out of them for that. Now, as far as actually being a Super Bowl contender, they make it probably. Maybe. You know, but they catch a boner every single time and they fall off. You can't win. Can't do anything. It's like, you got to be better. But I'm still taking the Niners to win that game. I'm still not a big believer in the Panthers. I still think they got a lot of work to do. You know, sorry, Sonia, you my homie. But, I'm taking the 49ers with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well. I haven't seen enough in Carolina to think that they're going to win. They're really good at home, but on the road, that Packers game was an anomaly. They did play really good against the Packers, but I think that was a combination of Carolina, using all their effort to win that game, and Green Bay just not having good offense.
Yeah,
period.
It seemed like they're struggling to find an identity, and they want to be really good on the offense, but they're just not. You're a defensive team. Really, let's just be honest. You're a defensive team, and I think they try to go out of their way to be cute, and it's like, dude, play to your strengths. But we'll take it. I'm a Lion fan. I don't want the Packers. So
yeah. FTP.
Yeah.
So who's your fantasy players in both of these?
I was going to go Christian McCaffrey because he was talking me into it, but I have to go George Kittle. And reason being is that this is going to be the first game George Kittle and Brock Purdy play together in a while. So it's like I want to see what they can do. I think that Brock Purdy gets him involved early on. So I'm going to take George Kittle on the 49ers. On the Panthers, I'm going to say Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette, I mean, he's really becoming that. I'm not going to say superstar, but he's like becoming that personality everybody likes to love, and he can make good plays. I think he can make a couple good plays. And I was going to say Chuba Hubbard, but I don't know. I'm just going to say.
I'm surprised you didn't say T-Mac.
No,
T-Mac is T-Mac's not burning it up though.
He has been, but I think he's going to lose a little bit of steam. We'll see though. I mean, I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong.
You could be right too.
Yeah.
So I mean, 50% chance. 50.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a get country ass.
Yeah, he needs. Sonia is our resident. If everybody out there is listening, Sonia is our resident Carolina Panther fan. Believe me, she's a Carolina Panther fan because she'll let you know that. But she was the one in the beginning of the season talking about Xavier needs to get himself together and be more receiver-like, be the first-round pick that they picked him to be. And at the beginning of the season, it was T-Mac getting all that, and Xavier kind of looking like, we're going to do the same thing this season. But then he started picking up in the last 3 or 4 games. So we'll see. Bryce has been finding him with his Smurf self. They've been finding him. So, again, I think the thing I don't believe in, and I'm with J-Train when I say this, he's the Saint fan, but I just don't think that I got to see much better in Bryce Young. Bryce Young started off this season crappy. I think that's why the run game was so prolific, because the run game had to be, because he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And he has games like he had against Atlanta, and then other games it's like, dude, what are you doing? Why were you picked so high?
He can look really good at times, and then he can look really bad at times. And
horrendous at times. Yeah.
Who are you? I want to know, who are you? Because you got the talents. Seemed like you got the arm strength, but it just seemed like sometimes your decision making isn't the best. It's like in big moments you kind of freeze up. I know you don't want to be known for that. That's not what you want. The outlook to be. That's kind of hard to come back from. But Bryce Young is very talented. I don't want to shit on a young man. I think he's a good player. But you have to find it right.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good player. Yeah. I guess he just. You're right. He has to find identity. He's got to find the right. When he was with, when Cohen was there, he did very good, very good. So I'm not Cohen. Who's the guy that's he was the Tampa Bay coach. Offensive coordinator. The coach for the Panthers. But anyway, he got sat down for a little while to say, dude, you I don't know what's going on with you, but we're gonna sit you down for a minute and see what happens. And he came back with a lot of fire, and he closed out the season really well. But now it's like he's starting the season like he started last season. Dude, you can't do that.
Nope.
You're an NFL quarterback. You're the leader of the team. You can't come out here looking goofy. You gotta play consistent. I just don't understand. I agree. Don't understand what it is.
I agree.
But anyway, on bye week this week, we have the Denver Broncos, the Chargers, the Miami Dolphins, and the Washington Commanders, Redskins, whatever the hell you want to call them. They are all on bye. 2 of those teams are, damn. We're going to be without the Broncos and the Chargers watching them play football. And then there's Miami and Washington. It's like, oh, we don't care.
No, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who do you think gets fired first? Mike McDaniel or Raheem Mostert?
Raheem Mostert.
You think so?
Gotcha. Yep. I think Raheem gets fired first.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I think so too, because GM down there in Miami kind of say, hey, you know what? No matter what happens, we want to stay committed to Mike McDaniel throughout the end of the year. And I think with that being said, I really think that they still believe in him. They just are having a roster issue, with Tua Tagovailoa not panning out to be exactly what they were. I think that kind of threw their plans off. And, you traded for Tyreek Hill. Now he's hurt. Jalen Waddle can't stay healthy on the field. It's a lot of stuff going on down there in Miami, but I do think their owner and GM still believes in that coach. What do you think?
I think I believe. Well, one of the pressers that I saw the GM make, he said, "We believe in McDaniels as long as the team doesn't give up on him. And when a team gives up on him, then he's going to get fired." Basically, that's what he's saying. And they have been playing pretty close games.
Yep.
So, I mean, they played a pretty good game overseas against Washington. I thought that was going to be one of the points right there. If they didn't win that game, and you really can't say too much about that either because it was overseas. Miami was the home team, I believe. Yeah, Miami was the home team. Washington is not playing that good. And they really, if you think about it, if they played at Miami should, if they played in actual Miami,
yep,
they should have beat the brakes off Washington because Washington is like where Miami was 3 weeks ago.
They should have. Yes.
They should have. But they were overseas, new stuff going on in Madrid. And so but they won. They found a way to win, and that's what they did. So, and then they beat Buffalo the week before. Those two things right there are going to keep you a coach. Keep you as coach. As long as the team is playing for you, like the GM said, he's going to stay.
And they got 3 to 4 winnable games coming up. You got the Saints, you got the Jets, the Steelers. Like I say, I mean, I picked the Bears to beat the Steelers, and we think the Steelers are still like kind of a good team, but that's still a winnable game for them. The Bengals, come on, I'm not really scared if I were them, but I mean, we'll see. They can possibly finish the season with 7 to 8 wins. I don't think you fire McDaniel after you
can't do that. If he gets close to 5, he can't be 500 because it's an odd number. I don't know what games you play, but the closer you get to that number, 8 or 9, he should be fine. He should be real fine. And then they're going to probably just clean house at the end of the season. I don't know what they're going to do with Tua, but I think it sounds like Tyreek Hill is out the door. He's got a whole bunch of issues besides football issues. He's got, domestic abuse. That stuff's got to go. Off the field stuff going on. Jalen Waddle, he's trying to play well, but he gets hurt a lot too. He definitely is a solid number 2, but that's all he's going to be in his career to me. And then they don't got. I mean, they're filling in the tight end position with. They should have never got rid of what's his face to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They should have kept him.
Ramsey?
Huh?
Ramsey?
Not Ramsey. No. The tight end.
Oh.
That they.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
So,
okay, I know you. I just can't. I'm drawing a blank right now. But I know
they should never get rid of him. But and then they got Micah Fitzpatrick, poor guy. He goes from people hating him in Pittsburgh because he ain't the same guy he was 3 years ago to going to Miami, which is like that's hell. I mean, they got working pieces over there, but they're going to have to do a lot of retooling next year for Miami to be good. Miami just is in this era where like they're looking for Dan Marino and Mark Clayton. And the Miami Dolphins that were flying high in the 80s, and they're not going to find that. They need to find a different type of identity because this is a new year, new age of football. So they got to start. They did it right with I think they did it right with the coach. Although the coach sometimes, and Mike is,
sometimes
looks like he's been on a bender.
I wonder
He's been on a
sometimes
bender. He's been
he'll have like elevator music playing in his headset because sometimes it's like Jeopardy. Sometimes like the music, he's just like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you putting Tua back on the field after he's stumbling and he just don't know where he at? He looked like a kid with a blindfold on. Like
that
seriously.
depressors, man. Depressors are hilarious. It's like, dude, how much crack did you smoke before you came out here? Did you sniff a whole lot of cocaine? What the hell's going on? The dude he gives you these incoherent answers.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like, I mean, if I was the owner, I would drug test him every week after he did a presser. I'll be like, dude, what is going on with you, man? You come out there, act like he smoked about a whole bag of J. And it's like, damn, what is wrong with you, man? But,
my thing Daniel. And it's like, I know he has that like TV personality, where a lot of people think he's funny and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, you gotta clean that up, man. Here. I mean,
you're professional. You're in a professional area. You're a coach of a professional football team in the NFL, and you come out there. I mean, there's coaches that have like Dan Campbell, Mike Vrabel, Mike Tomlin, those kind of guys that come out there with the charismatic. You really can at least follow what they say.
Yes.
Mike McDaniel, sometimes you'd be like, "What are you talking about?" Dude,
you start talking about Hershey's Kisses.
Right. Somebody said it's a good day. He said, yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day to die or something like that. I'm like, dude, really? That is this bad.
Topic, man. Yeah, no, you're right. He is. He's an odd human being. I will say that.
Yeah, he's very odd. It's not the word
he's
I want to use, but he is.
Jim Harbaugh. I know you know Jim Harbaugh. Coach of the Chargers.
Well, at least Jim is. I mean, he's funny, but at least he's got a purpose to his humor. It's like everything is dark with Mike McDaniel. It's like he's like in this dark place trying to make jokes. It's like, dude, don't do it. Just don't.
If I was the owner, I'd be like, look, listen, here's some note cards. Just read off of it.
Right.
So how grateful you are to be here.
And then
let's talk
about
the actual football game. Where can we
after that, take this cup and go to the men's room and fill it up for me. And
be in the cup.
on that note, it's been real. Thank you, Jay Weezy, for coming in
I appreciate you for having me
taking
on.
over for Nate the Great, who's here in the Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Getting ready for the Giants game. And everybody, I hope you got something out of this. Again, remember, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
Do not be so serious. Why so serious?
Yes.
And enjoy the football games for week 12, everybody. I mean, it's not going to be the greatest of them. There's going to be a couple really good ones, maybe 3 good ones on there, but enjoy it anyway. It's football, professional football.
Yes.
So everybody have a very good night. To the Texans and the Bills fans, we're getting ready to watch your game.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.